What is up, guys? It's Ritzy's here, back with another video, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how to reduce input latency by almost 11 milliseconds. Now, this is a really incredible tip, and it's a little bit more than just one thing. It's actually a lot of things combined together that you do, and it's really insane. And I think that it's also decreased my bloom. Like when I'm playing Fortnite, I know that sounds like how can it decrease your bloom, but I really do think it does. Especially like if you're a keyboard and mouse player. But this will also work if you're on controller. You're gonna feel a lot less latency than you already do. So yeah, let's get right into the video. Now, what I'm gonna show you here for the first step to reduce latency is you're gonna go ahead and right click your desktop. You're going to click on your Nvidia control panel. Now I got my Nvidia control panel up. You're going to go into your manage 3D settings right here. Once you click on that, go into your program settings. If you're on AMD, you don't have to do this step, but if you are on Nvidia, I highly suggest doing it, or you can figure out how to get low latency mode / ultra low latency mode on Nvidia by looking it up on YouTube. This step will decrease your input delay by nearly 2 milliseconds. That's 4 times what timer resolution does. So I do highly suggest that. Now, your comma correction, well, first thing, go ahead and click add, and once you click add, you're gonna scroll down until you see Fortnite, and you add Fortnite there, and then show only programs found on this computer. Just go ahead and check that. And then you want to your analyzing gamma correction off, your anti-analyzing mode off, and your anti-analyzing transparency off, your low latency mode. Now this is the thing that we're talking about. A lot of people are probably looking at the screen and saying, hey Ritzy, why don't you have this on ultra? That's supposed to reduce latency by a lot. Well, studies have actually shown that right here on my screen, as you can see, having low latency mode on ultra, these are the exact same settings, and you average 2 milliseconds more than you do when you have it just set to on, which is a lot when it comes to Fortnite. That's like 2 ping consistently, and that's really important. So go ahead and leave your low latency mode on, unless you're struggling to get 100 FPS, then I suggest putting that on ultra, because that would reduce latency more for you. Max frame rate, just put that on off. Monitor technology, make sure you have this on GSync or FreeSync compatible, and your open GL rendering GPU, put that to GeForce GTX 1660. Power management mode, prefer maximum performance. Preferred refresh rate, and just put highest available. Texture filtering off. Texture filtering quality, high performance. Texture filtering on. Threaded optimization, also put that to on. Triple buffering, use global settings off. Virtual sync, you want this off, and this is also very important. Virtual reality pre-rendered frames, you set that to 1, not important. And then just go ahead and press apply and exit out. And this is step 2 on getting a lower input lag or less latency while you're playing Fortnite. Now, the first thing that I'm going to show you is why you should switch to DX12. Right here, DX11, no sense, no frame cap. You are getting an average of 31.2 milliseconds not of delay, not including your ping, and a low of 28. Now, this reduces it by a lot. It brings it all the way down to a high of 24.4 milliseconds and a low of 22 milliseconds. This is really important. If you don't have a graphics card of a 1070 up and you can't get over 200 FPS with this, then I highly suggest that you don't use this on. I highly suggest that you use DX11. You will get more FPS and a more stable FPS. That is really important. But in the case that you are in DX12, availability range, then I suggest that you go ahead and you go to your Nvidia GeForce Now. You go ahead and right click it while it's on your desktop. If you don't have Nvidia GeForce Now, just go ahead and download it, and all you're going to do is open file location. Drag this over here. This is where it's at. The GeForce Now streamer in the notepad, just go ahead and double click that, and you're brought to this page right here. Your NVGFN accelerator DX12, that is what it says. All you gotta do is, if it's DX11, just change that to DX12, or if you want to play on DX11, change that to DX11 in here. This will make your entire PC go DX12 or DX11 or all the games. VSync, and make that false. You don't want VSync at all. Also turn VSync off in your monitor and in your game. That is really, really important. Guys, now we're going into step 4, and all you gotta do is click your Windows button and your R button, and that's gonna pull up run. If that doesn't work, then you can easily type in your to search RUN and pull up run. Now, all we're doing in here is typing a %, local app data %. Yep, and go ahead and press OK. Now, next thing we're going to do is we're going to click on our Fortnite game, or our Fortnite game, and just double click it, double click save, double click config, and double click Windows client. If you have any crash report clients, just double click that and delete all of these. Right click and delete. Go over here, Windows client, game user settings, go ahead and go into your game user settings, and we're going to scroll down until we see all these right here, and we're going to scroll up slowly, and you're going to see your frame rate limit right above. If you have a 144 Hz monitor, put this frame rate limit to 141 frames. It will help you reduce your input delay, and if you change this to you have a 120 Hz monitor, then put it at 117. Three frames under your monitor's refresh rate is really good, so there's no skip frames and you get less input delay, and yeah, this will help out a lot. And then all you gotta do is click file up here and save, and you are good. And just save. Well, it usually just saves, but for some reason it's not saving for me. You just gotta hit file and save. It will just automatically save for you guys, but it's not saving for me for some reason. I don't know why. I've already done it, I think, and I didn't change anything, so that's probably why. Okay guys, now I'm going to show you guys how to turn GSync on in your monitor or FreeSync. Just go ahead and right click your desktop and turn Nvidia control panel. Now, once this opens, all you got to go is in your AMD control panel or your Nvidia control panel. You just got to go into where it says GSync, and mine says setup GSync. I had a lot of glitches when I had it enable settings for display mode, but I just suggest playing with GSync enabled for full screen mode, enable GSync GSync compatible, and yeah, you really do want this. This can also reduce input delay, and yeah, this is the next thing, which is step 3. Alright guys, so I thought I'd show you how to turn on DX12 in your game settings. Just go ahead and click settings, scroll down, and then once you see advanced graphics right here, make sure you have VSync and motion blur off, show FPS on, DirectX version, DirectX 12 beta. Now this is really good. I suggest putting it on DX12, and yeah, it's just really good. And I mean, yeah, I also suggest turning off all your replays, because that can also boost your FPS, and sometimes it can even lower your ping. But yeah, just make your DirectX version 12, and that will reduce your input delay by a lot. If it does drop your FPS because you don't have a good enough system, do a lot of my FPS videos. I really appreciate the support recently. I've been gaining subscribers a lot faster than I ever have been, and I mean, yeah, if this video does help you when you go into the game, I really hope and suggest that you subscribe, because I post a lot, and I post a lot of tips just like this. And yeah, I'm always trying to find new ways to help you guys out, and I really think that I'm gonna be posting a lot more things in the future. So just please like and subscribe. But yeah, thanks. I'm out.